It's Week 17 of the National Football League, and we'll get to see the Eagles' towering tight end. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Eagles and the Seahawks on Thursday night primetime.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And able to get this out to the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Back to throw here. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That ball caught by his rookie wideout. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the 1st down.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll look to throw again. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going right back to Fant. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Back to throw again. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Dawson. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a walk.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Eagles send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's off to a fast start throwing the football. Pretty good numbers already for just the first quarter of play. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll come out throwing here on first down. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 14 yards that time for number 14.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quick. That one we saw there.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here, and now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week second in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. Throwing to start the drive. Dawson. And he fires one incomplete. And Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Off play action. Dawson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Open man here is Hamilton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Straight ahead, Walker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
95 catches for him now on the year, and it's a 1st down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he'll take this one down to the 36. You look at this Eagle defense. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
They're going to look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And his kick here is good. And that will make it 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Smith catches left side. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Dawson.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best.
On the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. They work now on 2nd and 9. As they've got it as we resume action. 2nd and 9 now.
And Walker has it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
In motion right, that's Metcalf. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Now he's loose at the 40.
And finally down at the 36-yard line.
The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy up the 1st down.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
He'll look to throw.
He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And out now come the Eagles.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Here's 2nd and 8. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Up the middle with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, now hang on here, because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Operating from the gun, Dawson. And he whips that one incomplete there. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Dawson. Hard throw, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him, because he is eating them up right now.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 5.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They'll run the toss to Walker. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They'll look to throw here.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. Operating from the gun, Dawson. Home in here, Caldwell. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. Looking to throw, Dawson. Wide open receiver complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for Philly. 41 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dawson. Touchdown! 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Eagles are back within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 13-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
62 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that'll make it 3rd down. They'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
They'll look to throw again.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Flushed out right. Fighting through pressure. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3-and-out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And this one is right through. And now it's a two-score game at 9, 16-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
That's complete to Shipley.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Dawson. And this one complete to Smith.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Caldwell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Will Shipley.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season, is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. As far as the early games go, we'll be watching that one in Houston. The Texans in for a fight as they'll host the Washington Commanders. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the LA Chargers. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, this will be one to tune in for, as they've got a good one lined up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Well, the Eagles offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Here's a give left side for Shipley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Once again, it's Shipley. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Back to throw now on first down. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun, Dawson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Dawson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Elliott is good. And with it, they have taken the lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw is incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hamilton. And this play short of the 1st down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. This is taken at the 18. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Off the play fake. Dawson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Eluding the pressure right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the 1st down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Dawson.
That'll be caught by Shipley.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Dawson.
That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
And he stopped immediately there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Shipley.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Off play action. Dawson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, second down.
Operating from the gun. Dawson out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
In motion comes the tight end left. From the gun on 3rd down. Dawson escapes the sack.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. He made his first attempt, this from 45. The kick by Elliott is good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now.
So his second field goal now here in this third quarter.
The first one got him the lead, and this one adds to it, but by no means is this one locked down. This is very much anyone's game.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Going right back to Smith and Jigba.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try for the first with Walker.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Second and 13. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Looking to throw. Dawson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw. Dawson. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
He's got room at the 30.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Operating from the gun, Dawson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Dawson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Dawson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And complete to Smith-Njigba.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5.
He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as good running gets them to about the 44. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Out quickly here to Smith-Njigba.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Off the play fake. Dawson gets this one to use check. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be from 56 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread. Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And even with the missed field goal that we just saw, they still have to try and erase a 2-score fourth-quarter deficit.
Over the middle, complete. It's Hamilton. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll drop to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. In motion, the tight end. 2nd and long.
He finds Smith and Jigba.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. to throw. Dawson. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Try to take this home. They'll run. And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here.
Again, it's Barkley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Barkley, inside handoff. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
To the right side goes Shipley.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. I love the look you just gave me because I know what you're thinking. If you're going to run towards the perimeter, you better either stay in bounds or get the first down, or both. He did neither.
Imagine the looks he's getting right now from his team, from his coaches. They go over those scenarios all the time, and as you said, he did neither.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. This is 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
This offense has had its troubles moving the ball all night. So now you get in this situation, hard to imagine that suddenly they're going to start clicking and moving the ball downfield.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Gets this complete to Smith-Njigba.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Here's 1st down. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Eagles,
they get the critical victory to move them to 9-7 now.
And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle,
their slim playoff hopes may have been fully diminished as they dipped to 7-9 on the year.
And they will look to turn it around next time out.